Okay, what is happening, Metasites? Back on the channel after surfing the net all night. I got a headache. Just watching the LGBTQ XYZ transgender parade. Makes me sick. Anyway, this is something I just wanted to share with each and every one of you. Just bear with me for something. There's a guy out in the States somewhere. Hang on a second, bear with me. He's a new watchman. He's like really green, I guess, if you know your old people terms. He's a little new, fresh. So here's this video. I'm just gonna play it. I'm not gonna say too much. And oh wait.
And I should say, because who knows how long this channel's going to be up. I've had account after account deleted by YouTube. But guys, I am 17 years old. In November, I will be 18. And then I do plan on taking things to the next level. Alright, the only reason I haven't yet is because I don't want my parents to have to deal with a bunch
17.
of BS. You know, getting a knock on the door from the cops saying, you know, your son was disrupting the peace or whatever. But guys, let me tell you, I plan on doing some crazy stuff. We're talking about like going into stores with a megaphone, yelling stuff.
Okay.
I want to go to like school board meetings and community meetings and like act like a satirical character, kind of like Mark Dice does, or that Casey, what's his name? I forgot his name, Casey something. And I also plan on, if you guys are willing to provide the expenses for it, actually starting to travel. Talking about going to places like the Bilderberg meetings, Bohemian Grove, etc., and actually confronting these scumbags in person. Kind of like Luke of We Are Change is doing. Yeah, guys, I just want to say, you know, I don't really think I have the embarrassment gene in me, because I just don't care. I really do not care, like, who I offend or like what kind of trouble I.
You know something? Despite my better judgment,
things are gonna get crazy on this channel.
I like this guy.
If you get bored of me,
he reminds me of a younger version of me back when.
That should change hopefully pretty soon when I turn 18. I have a lot
He's
of
not even
crazy
18
ideas
though.
for the future of this channel, and
he does show. Okay,
Ridgespeaks here.
let me turn this off.
For staying with me, guys. I appreciate it. Love you guys.
He's a good guy. I like him. Okay, my honest thoughts. I tried to, honestly, originally I was trying to write to him and tell him what I think. My honest thoughts. I think that he's making a big mistake going gung-ho. However, kids are gonna be kids, and I remember when I was younger, I went to Toronto. I went to do my thing, but I was 26. I wasn't as young as he was, but kids these days, oh my god, kids these days grow up fast. Normally, I wouldn't even think about this. I wouldn't bother, except for I've been following some of his work. It's pretty impressive, you know, considering that he's that young and he already knows about little things like fluoride and knows about Mark Dice. But he's very young and inexperienced, and yeah, 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't even care to even make this video, but I just really, seriously, I'm not trying to set him up for anything. I just want to say, though, that if you can, okay, you can talk to this person, give him some proper guidance in ways that I can't, because he seems to be very serious about what he's wanting to do. I'm not sure that he realizes, yeah, what he's going to get into. But if he has a PayPal, or I don't know what his financial situation is, if he's talking about money, I can't help him out in that department. I can give him my best advice. If he wants to take it or leave it, I would seriously follow good, wiser people, smarter than me, smarter than him, and if he's going to be going out and doing this, going on to public places. Well, first thing he needs to do, like everybody on YouTube, and I'm saying this for everyone, not just him. I'm using him as a example. You should, okay, you should not go at this alone. If you want to make an impact on social media, first of all, it's a big commitment. You're gonna have to work a lot. If you want to get into editing and traveling, you're gonna have to need more than a smartphone for one. Um, I would recommend getting a high storage hard drive, the Seagate brand. It generally works the best. I'm using 4 or 5 terabyte hard drive. I've been saying this with Zay Speaks Truth. Some people, they just go off and they do their own thing, and I guess for some people it works for them. But I would seriously say that um, that would be foolish to go into a place without having the proper knowledge and armed with experience and skill. I mean, if you're in a public place, okay, and if you're in an area where there's a lot of protesting and chaos, violence could erupt, anything could happen. Worst case scenario, you could get hurt. It's good to have, at the very least, some minor uh, experience with first aid, maybe, and that's me coming from my background. I took a course in CPR. People have accidents all the time, and whether it would be you or someone else, I don't want to see anyone get hurt. On the contrary, I want the best for people. I want to see people succeed. But it's like what, how should I say this? Okay, Stanley Kubrick, he once said, don't fly too high or too close to the sun. Forget the wax and feathers and do a better job on the wings, if that makes sense. So, in other words, don't bite off more than you could chew. And I'm just saying this with love and respect. I see young kids wanting to do things now. I know they got smartphones and they seem like, the little lights of the world. They're babes. They don't even know. They don't even know how to grow and how to develop on their craft, because that only comes with age and experience. Um, but I just say to people, you know what? If you want to do follow your goals, yes, you can do it. It's not a dream if you plan it out thoroughly. If you are actually serious, you have to go ahead with a plan of some sort, and you have to have realistically, you have to have a budget, and also you have to have good people by your side, because in this world, unless you have people helping you, your chances of success are probably not going to be that great. Mark Dice is a guy who, even he has a crew, and he's been a media expert. He's been doing this, he's been through the fire, and 17-year-olds, they don't even know what exists out there. They think that they know everything, and this is why I get afraid, because when I see videos like this, sometimes it makes me want to speak out, or give them, some advice, or just a caution, at least. And yeah, I would honestly, seriously, what, a lot of people, they just go gung ho without thinking first. So I would take this opportunity, just say, go follow wiser people than me, because sometimes, your way may not always be the right way. You have to learn from smarter people who have uh, been around the block. You know, some people have been doing this for at least 10 years. I have, but YouTube is a big world, and I'm only just a drop in the bucket. But if I can get to help a few people out, you know, in this basement apartment, well, when I finally do get out of here, I could say that yeah, I've helped a few people out. I hope that I did. I hope that I did. And yeah, I don't want to sound like a preacher. This is how other people sound when I'm listening to them. But they were smart. They knew they had the skill and aptitude for success. Um, my 2 cents. Okay, I would just say, just practice. Drink lots of tea because I drink a lot of tea. It helps me to focus when other people are sleeping and I'm working on different videos. Some of it is private business. I can't even talk about it on this video. But if people want to talk to me and ask, well, how can I go about doing this? If you're honest, I'll listen. Maybe I'll offer some advice. Maybe I'll tell you what you can do or who to go to. I think I've already said to him what I think that he should do. But like I said, everybody, it's your channel, it's your life. I'm just gonna. There you go, buddy. Leave a little like for you. Okay. So 277 subscribers. It's better than me. Well, I hope that you're knowing what you're doing. If you have people that are gonna really truly support you, you can get pretty far. So, and who's that girl? I swear I remember her face. She looks like